Question for Eddie. What do you mean you helped collect a $70,000 debt for the fraternity, and what did you charge the fraternity for your services? Now that's a good question. So about 5 years ago, the fraternity contracted with a company to make this book, an alumni directory for all members. Seems like a great idea, and the company paid us $5,000 in order to start this process. They guaranteed us by contract that no matter how many books they sold, they would pay Delta Sigma Pi a guaranteed payment of $70,000. At some point after the contract was signed, the company went through a reorganization, and even though they were doing business as the same entity, they had an internal restructuring. This would make it very complicated to sue them because we were under contract with Old Co. and dealing with New Co. Bill Schilling knew going into the deal that he may not be able to collect it all. So Bill Schilling, our executive director, asked me to get involved. On a side note, let me just say how lucky Delta Sigma Pi is to have someone like Bill Schilling as our executive director for over 20 years. I have been a part of several other organizations who haven't had such a strong leader in that staff position, and it makes a ton of difference. The first thing I did was file a BBB complaint and had a few brothers leave negative comments on their social media. That got the CEO's attention. This action caused the COO to contact me immediately and make arrangements not to pay $70,000, but they agreed to pay $75,000 for our efforts, and he structured it in 3 payments. We did get the first 2 payments of $50,000. They weren't on time, and we did have to remind them several times. And then it came to getting that third, final $25,000 payment. No matter what we did, we couldn't get that last check from them. This was a frustrating experience for me, for staff, for Bill Schilling. In a final effort to get them to do the right thing, I sent Bill an email and copied it to their COO and told them what we were going to do. I had a discussion with the CEO and told him I was about to go to our Delta Sigma Pi Facebook group, which had 14,000 members, and explain the issue and ask them to leave truthful but negative feedback. I'm proud to report we were paid within 2 hours of that conversation. Also, if the fraternity had to hire an attorney as opposed to using an attorney that was just willing to help, the customary fee would have been 33% or $25,000. The fraternity didn't have to pay me a dime. I think this is a pretty good example where the fraternity benefited from my passion and creativity. Proud to be a Delta Sigma Phi. Hi, my name is Eddie Stevens. I'm running for Vice President of Finance of Delta Sigma Pi. Got a question for me? film it and send it to me, and I'll do my best to answer it.